John, thank you so much. This morning, thousands of New Yorkers will line the streets of Lower Manhattan to salute the champions. The U.S. women's soccer team will ride at the Canyon of Heroes, and they're only the second women's team to be honored with a ticker tape parade. It was Manhattan Borough President Gale Brewer's idea to give the 2015 women's team that first parade, all thanks to a letter sent to the mayor. Gale, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's a big day.
It is. I want to take us back to 2015. You knew that team deserved to be represented and appreciated and celebrated. How did you get it done?
Well, we wrote a letter to the mayor immediately as soon as they won. I'm not sure he thought about a ticker tape parade, and he'd only done one before. The only last one was 2010 with the Giants. So he's actually done just two. This is his second, and we were very excited. We love women, girls, soccer, and there we were with the parade. It was very exciting.
And at the time that you said that it was time for New York to recognize that heroes and role models come in all genders. You mentioned it a little bit there. Why was that so important to you?
Well, a couple of issues. First of all, I'm very familiar with the girls who play soccer in Manhattan, and this is their hero. All of these women are their heroes. So that was number one. And then the second is, you know, I'm a feminist. I was raised with the women's movement. So certainly know all the work that, you know, some of the women tennis players have done, for instance. Billie Jean King. And so we know that this is their moment. We hadn't had that before. It was very exciting.
And we have a lot of people representing the tri-state area in this parade.
Yes, we
some
do.
from Jersey, out on Long Island, and Connecticut as well. But let's just compare a little bit of the two letters that you wrote.
Right.
Because this one you highlighted more of the women's national teams making roughly a third of the men's salary. That was a little bit of a difference than the first time. And you also highlighted some of the differences as far as the bonuses are concerned. Explain to me why this was important to point out.
Well, it's very important. You know, you actually said a third of their salary is what the women make. If the women's team won 20 games a year, each player could make a maximum of women $99,000, and the men would make just over $263,000. That's a big difference. And I think it was wonderful listening to the game when at the end people said something about pay increase and equity. And I think this is what's exciting. They are great athletes. Young girls are looking up to them. When we had 2015, oh my goodness, we sat there with, I don't know, we had like 30 teams in our space at the United Federation of Teachers overlooking Broadway. It was a day like I'll never forget. The excitement. And then now in 2019, there are salary issues, and it's exciting to hear Megan talk about LGBTQ issues. They're political, they're role models, and they're athletes. It's pretty exciting.
And for New Yorkers that maybe haven't had an opportunity yet to experience the ticker tape parade, talk about the excitement of being on the route when you have all of that confetti and thinking about just the moments in history when people are recognized.
Yeah, I think it's only number 207. This is the 207th. The name will end up in a strip on Broadway with the other 206. Obviously, the ones existed in 2015. This is 2019. It's the same date, July 10th. And today is former Mayor David Dinkins' birthday.
Oh,
and we're having a party for him tonight.
That's wonderful.
But I say this because it's excitement. Not only the confetti, it's the different gender excitement. Young boys are excited too, but young girls are really, really excited. So it's up Broadway. It's the excitement of the confetti, the streets lined, and also it's so fast in terms of the time between when it was announced that they won and the parade. Now, I go to parades. I go to Israeli. I go to St. Patrick's. I go to Dominican. They're planned for a year in advance, right?
Yes.
The excitement here is the spontaneity.
It really is. Just a couple of days to get it all together.
Yes.
So you're familiar with that area.
Yes.
You know, come on, your office is right there.
Right there.
Give us a hint for the people going to see the parade. Where should they go? What's the best intersection?
Oh, gosh. I remember, I think Lower Broadway, where it starts, is probably the best intersection because the closer you get to, you know, the City Hall, which is where the ceremony is at 10:30, it gets more crowded. So I would say Lower Broadway.
Okay, you heard it from Gale. She's giving you all the scoop you need to know. Thank you for being here. We so appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And have fun today. I know you'll be out there.
I'm very excited.
Good. And we'll have complete coverage right here on CBSN New York on CBS2, as well as CBSNewYork.com. And be sure to share your videos and photos from the parade with us. Just use that hashtag saluting the champions, and we just may show them during our coverage.